Welcome to the Art of Authority podcast, bringing you interviews and episodes to help you radically optimize your authority and influence to become the go-to expert in your field. Here's your host, authority positioning coach, Mike Saunders.
Hello and welcome to this episode of the Art of Authority. This is Mike Saunders, the authority positioning coach. Hey, today I'm talking about something really interesting because I get this question frequently, and sometimes when I find myself speaking to someone about my services, about authority positioning and how they can use it in their business development to be seen as that expert and influencer in their target audience, if I tend to leave it out or leave it to last, I almost can tell that they are kind of a little bit at arm's distance to what I'm saying. And here's what I've discovered why that is. Have you ever seen maybe a training program or a book, the 157 best ways to fill in the blank? And you literally go, ooh, that sounds interesting, but I don't have 157 ways to anything. I don't have time for that. But you show me the 3 top ways to whatever, I'll read that. I'll do that because we're so busy. Here's another question. Have you ever found yourself buying a training program on something, anything that was interesting to you, whether it's business or personal, and you bought it and you started it, and you didn't get past step 1 or 2. And why is that? You still think it's beneficial, but life takes over. And no matter how many testimonials you saw on that sales page about how it changed the lives of them personally, professionally, whatever that the program was, you still don't have the time to do it. And if it was something business related, maybe you have a little bit of an apprehension about, is it even something that I am doing the right way? So let's think about that for a second. Why would we see something and feel like there is a need in our business for this thing, whatever this product or service is, and we hesitate because we don't have time to do it? Well, in reality, I know it sounds cliche to say this, but we don't have time not to do it. Right? If it's something that can bring extra revenue or increase sales leads or conversions or closing new clients, or as they say, not closing clients, but opening a relationship with a new client. If that is such a need, we can't afford not to do this thing. So I think that's something that we have to keep in mind. But this is the lesson that I learned, and I really want to make sure that it's something that you might be able to implement in your business as well if it's applicable. Years ago when I started my agency, I was doing a lot of things where I would have a little mini module, almost like a little workshop or a master class, and I would sell that content to teach you how to whatever it was, build a WordPress page or do a marketing program or something like that. And I found that people would buy it, but then I would never hear back from them and they would never report back their results because of what we've been talking about. People are busy. And now today, because I focus on such larger projects, some of these projects with authority positioning where it's getting media attention or running a podcast or writing your own book or things like that, there may literally be 2, 3, 4 dozen steps. And a quarter of them, 25% of them, may be pretty labor intensive. Even if I showed you and taught you how to do it, you would logically follow the methodology and the thought process. And then when it comes time to do it, it would be very tentative because you would worry and wonder about, am I doing it right? Is this the best way to do it? And I get some questions sometimes about some of these, what I would view as very easy steps. Literally, a very simple thing. And it just kind of came to me one day that people need to understand logically why a certain thing in regard to authority positioning, marketing packages, why it is vital for us to have that going in our business, because building your authority is your number one priority to grow your brand, to grow your business. But it hit me one day that while they need to understand it, they don't need to do it. So if this is you, Think about your business. Think about what it is that will attract and draw your best prospect through the buyer's journey, because everyone has in their mind 2 to 3 main questions that they must answer before they come to work with you, whatever your product or service is. They have to understand these things. And what is it about your company, your brand, your offerings that would make someone say, that's the person I at least want to shortlist? Now, let's put it this way. There is no magic bullet that says, do this and click, here comes, streams of revenue while you're sitting on the beaches of the world. That is just unrealistic. But what is it about you that would make someone sit up and take notice? Think about the last time you've gone to a conference. Did you look up and see the keynote speaker? Did they do a really good job? Did you feel like, boy, they really do know what they're talking about? And maybe they had a book, or maybe they were, talking about the last, conference they were at where they keynoted, or, the conference that they are at is a high-end conference. So you're seeing them in front of you and you're learning from them, and they're not selling you. They're teaching you. They're educating you. They're an advocate for your success because they want you to understand whatever the topics are. Well, that's being an expert and an influencer. How can you do that in your business? Well, I could teach you how to do it. I could put together a course and teach you every step of the way, but I won't do it. And here's why: it's doing a disservice to you. So what I did is I transformed my entire focus about 4 years ago to a done for you package focus. My agency, myself, and my project managers will come alongside you, and I call it done for you, but there's an element of done with you because it's not work from your part, but you're never going to be surprised at the end and go, well, that's not what I wanted. So it's done for you because the work and the heavy lifting is done by me and my team, but it's done with you because you are apprised and updated every step of the way, giving approvals for the content. So for instance, if it's one of my packages where I bring you on my podcast and do a really in-depth interview that makes you look like the rock star that you are, and then we do write up a professional multimedia press release for that, and then we take that and transcribe it into be included into the first chapter of our Amazon best-selling book series, so that you're a published author and you're seen as that expert, your name and pictures in the front of the book. Guess what you do? You do a 20-minute phone interview, and that's it. You're off doing what you do in your business, growing your business, building your relationships. Myself and my team, we take that interview and we do all the production on the back end. We write up that professional press release and send it to you for approval. Now, you glancing over that press release, reading through it, you're either going to go thumbs up, that's great, or send it back and go, hey, I made these 2 tweaks. We just wanted to make this phrase say this way, but here's the final copy. Well, how much time did that take you? A minute and a half? Right? And then, about a week and a half later, you get another email that says, hey, here's our interview all cleaned up and spruced up in this beautiful 8-page, written document, which is now going to be included in our Amazon best-selling book series. Take a look over it, make sure it came out the way that you wanted. And you either hit reply and go, looks awesome, thank you so much, because my picture's at the bottom, my contact information, this is exactly what we talked about. This is the best sales pitch I could ever give without being salesy. Thank you. Or you send it back and you're like, oh, hey, it looks awesome, and I made these 3 tweaks because I wanted to just fine-tune this or make that statement. But how much time did that take you? Maybe 15 minutes, because you have to read a few pages and maybe make a tweak or 2. That's the done with you portion, but the done for you is all of the steps in between, is all of the engineering and the tactics and all of the transcribing and project managers and all of the moving pieces that it takes to bring this project to life for you, so that at the end of the day, you look like the rock star that you are. So, in conclusion, please know that when building your authority, it needs to be your number one priority. And when you're ready to uptake your brand and up level your brand and scale your business and literally level everything up in your business so that people see you as that trusted advisor, expert, and authority, reach out to me. Let's schedule up a discovery call. You can go to authoritypositioningcoach.com and click on schedule a call, and we'll just have a conversation. We'll look to see what might be a possibility for you in your business and see if there might be a fit, because done for you packages get done, and it creates that velocity and momentum that you need in your business. Make it a great day.
You've been listening to the Art of Authority podcast. Are you interested in building your authority positioning as the #1 strategy to grow your business, brand, and influence? Book your authority audit today. This 7-point audit of your current authority position will uncover opportunities and show you how to be seen as a leading expert and authority your industry looks to for advice. Visit www.authoritypositioningcoach.com.